everybody, today we're working on a corrective exercise to help with Apley scratch test. So Apley scratch test is essentially an assessment of your shoulder mobility where you take this hand and you bring them behind your back and you try to touch in the middle. And there is an acceptable degree of space between your fingertips that allows you to pass a test. Being able to interlock and touch your fingers might be a sign of excessive shoulder mobility, depending on if you have scapular winging in either the flexion side or the extension side, depending. But we're not here to talk about the test today, how to perform it properly. What we will talk about instead is a good corrective exercise that you can do to help yourself with it. So if you're someone who's done the Apley test, you've noticed that you do not have a solid range of either shoulder extension, which is this test, or shoulder flexion, which is this arm part of the test, there's a cool corrective exercise we can do. So you can take a towel. I'll do it sideways first so you guys can see it. Maybe slight angle. So here, this towel goes here. This hand goes on this part of the towel here. And if you notice, I'm currently have two longest ends of the towel, right? So like I'm going really wide. Here, boom. Oh, that was really cool how I just did that. So we're here. And in this, I'm not going to get a lot of excessive mobility right here because I have more range in this, but pretend I didn't. So for here, what I could do is to help myself get more shoulder flexion, I could pull down with this hand here, allowing myself to get more deeper into shoulder flexion on my left arm. If shoulder extension is my issue, where my right arm is, I could pull up, pulling myself into deeper shoulder extension, right? So I'll show you guys from the different angle. Boom. So, and I'll also choke up. So I'm going to choke up on the towel. All right, boom. So now that I'm choked up, once again, I can pull up on the towel here to pull myself deeper into extension. I can pull down on the towel to pull myself deeper into flexion. Pretty noteworthy corrective exercise. One point that I should make sure to mention is we do not want pain in the front part of the shoulder while we do this. If you are feeling pain in either extension or flexion, ease up on the towel. Don't choke up as much until you have access to the range without pain in that area. We never want to feel pain in this area while doing our shoulder rehab, specifically this one. But yeah, guys, this is a corrective exercise for Apley scratch test. I really hope you get to try it out. Once again, it's cool because you get to work on both shoulder flexion and extension at the same time in positions that directly relate to the test. There are other ways that there are other things that play a role in whether or not you will see success on this test. For example, if your spine cannot twist and rotate, if your spine cannot extend, if you're stuck in some kind of flexion, this test will still be hard. So the corrective exercise we went over is strictly for the shoulder portion of it and not addressing the spine. We have other corrective exercises that we can use to address the spine before doing that. If you have questions about what those are, obviously throw them in the comments. I'd love to help. But yes, this is a good corrective exercise that you can do for your shoulders for the Apley scratch test. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Questions in the comments if you haven't, and if you haven't yet, definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel.